It's going to start here on Dust 2 in the best of 3. So it looks like we are going to be going straight into a pause. So MVP.
Straight into the action.
On the T side.
With a pause.
The very strategical start to the game. Having a bit of a chat, figuring out what the strat is here. They will pretty much decide the pace unless Lucid Dream show us something. Get a bit aggressive on that CT side. Not too sure what they're feeling at the moment, but we are going to see 3 men heading towards B early on. Boost up to short, 1 over the long.
MVP taking fast control along. They're not going to use any flashes, and they're going to be very quickly flanked by PTC, who's already top middle. Genius is actually going to get away as well, so this is a decent position for Lucid Dream. They've got so much map control, but the first pick goes the way for MVP, and they're going to start to smoke CT and make their way over towards A site there. Cat Molly pushes QQ out in the open as well. This is excellent from MVP.
Yeah, the pincer was coming in, but it's going to be shut down straight away. Patricia's just pretty much double tap there at long. 2 little Glock bullets is all it is going to take. MVP. They've only taken 14 damage so far. And it's a 2v5. Look, going in with the flash, trying to go for the retake. Want to fly. Look, he's trying to spread his wings, but he cannot get them wide enough right now. Trying to clear the flank, but the pincer...
He would literally have to fly to get out of that one, I think.
Yeah,
he was surrounded. Oh, wow. I actually thought that round was looking pretty good for Lucid Dream when I saw that they had such a fast flank on mid. Like, they were in pretty good positions in terms of the map, and I saw even Genius made it around that corner where you're running away at long, you're getting chased down by the T's, and you're just hoping you make it around the corner, and somehow he must have, like, re-peaked or gone a little bit over-aggressive there and found himself at a bit of a disadvantage and getting picked. So I thought decent scenario for Lucid Dream. I don't know about you. I thought that they could have made something of that pistol, but they just get crushed.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation on the corner. I think Genius must have gone for the re-peak to die there so early. Maybe just to get a bit more information, not backing that he actually saw 5 men running out long, but it did happen, brother. And we are here in the second. Oh, tag on the cross too. Want to fly down to about half, and that's a good start to the round for MVP, who already have long control.
They do indeed. Lucid Dream, interested to see them not actually buying up into this one whatsoever. So I'm keen to see if they're going to buy in the next one, because double orbs are pretty common on Dust 2, and you need a lot of utility in particular. So if you're buying into the next round, you might not have enough util to really be as competitive as you might want to. You don't have the util to be able to actually stop the T's getting into long or maybe rushing B or something. If you don't have that Molotov or that key piece of utility, you can just get absolutely wrecked very early on into the round and just lose. I mean, personally myself, whenever I know that the other team's gone for like a second round buy or something like that, I will literally just rush a bomb site.
Well, that's you.
Yeah.
Looks like MVP are doing pretty much just that at the moment too. Just boom, straight up onto aim, all the way through.
They're just smashing out this anti-eco, and I'm keen to see what the approach is for them next round.
Zeta, too sharp on the USP.
Okay, there's going to be the buy.
The full buy.
Yeah, so 2 of them are actually even committed to head armor, despite the fact that MVP's got a lot of rifles. They probably haven't seen all of the weaponry from MVP, but there's actually no advantage to buying that head armor at all. Literally, all they're doing is stopping themselves from getting utility, of which they have very little of. MVP, they're just going to run straight up catwalk, and there's no AWP, there's no Molotovs to slow MVP down. They can go pretty much anywhere they want at this point.
Yeah, it's just hyper-aggression, full short control for MVP, and with this, they can go any which way, all over Dust at the moment.
That's right. Well, they haven't decided to do anything just yet. They've just grabbed that catwalk control, and now they've very much slowed things down. So we'll see what the play is going to be for them. Are they going to apply pressure to middle? Are they going to try and split that A bomb site? Ooh, the push up from PTC doesn't find the right timing, though, and Stacks, someone we didn't actually get to talk about too much in the pre-show, but MVP, when you look at this roster, you go, oh my god, like Zeta, HSK, Zion, this should be like a star-studded roster. But Stacks has actually been like their best player, or their most consistent player, in my opinion, in this new roster, and he was the one I expected to do the least out of everyone.
Oh, but the hits coming in up short now for MVP. Only a dink is all Genius is going to get. QQ trying to cover the cross, but he's not going to connect onto anyone. Bomb should go down for free here for MVP. No damage nades to force them out from behind that double box. Zeta at top mid. Going to be shut down by CBBK. And all of a sudden, Zeph's going to find another as well. So 2v4. It was almost a 2v3, but Stack's just barely alive on the 4 HP. CBBK with the flash. Him and Wanna Fly going to go around the corner. Really blinded hip. Any flash too strong. HSK picking up the double, and that's going to be 3 on the board for MVP.
Oh, I loved what MVP did there. They just forced their way up cat, and then they actually threw wall of smoke on the long side of A, right? One from catwalk, one from outside of long, and a flash in from the long player, and they just attack a little bit towards long, and that pulls the rotation from that car player who was looking at cat, and then all of those MVP each other players just like smash it up cat straight into the A bomb site.
Brute force.
And, you know, the one player who's there to resist him is that guy on ramp who just gets 1B by stacks. Like,
speaking of 1B,
QQ.
QQ. Hitting the old QQ. Straight on the head of Zion. Big pick to get 2. HSK will continue facing, jiggling. Rifle in hand. Tap straight back. CBBK too slow there on the trigger.
Look at him go. Look at stacks.
He's looking for more. He's hungry. Eating them up from pit. Good place to be, though, but no tunnels control. So if Lucid do decide to try and get aggressive, they may be rewarded.
Good place to be. The pit. You say that in ordinary conversation. People are probably going to give you funny looks.
Just tell it to your mother. Good place to be, the pit.
The pit.
Give him some context. Eventually.
MVP just going to try and close out the rest of this round, although they did only lose 1 gun. They're making sure they use plenty of their utility to not lose more guns. Did actually miss that CT smoke, unfortunately. Just a little off. That's alright. Still getting it done. They just don't want to lose any more guns here, Matt, because they like money.
They sure do. Lucid, though, nothing really to save, as they will be buying into the next with the round loss bonus. Genius barely getting any damage done there. Now it's PTC and want to fly to try and get some exits, maybe get some rifles. They are going to gamble on the exit from short, but MVP looking very happy just to keep that long control, head to pit. The safe place to be, the best place to be. Play that bomb. 4 in the bag so far as Lucid Dream. Look, they're sweating. They're sweating early on. 4-0 is going to be the scoreline heading into the next.
Yeah, and I think I was a bit sad when they decided to buy in that second round, because pretty much I think Zeta's like working out, hey, how did I misthrow that CT smoke there at the end of the round? He's just lining it up. Oh, what a smooth off the soccer ball. But I think Lucid Dream, they bought in that second round, right? Didn't work out for them as I sort of thought would happen. And now in this round, this is where you're really looking at them to step up. I'm actually interested that they haven't gone straight for the double AWP right off the start of things. MVP, they're going to go for this long control. It's going to be contested by Lucid.
Straight out long QQ. What? How's he not seen him? Genius flicking around. What's going on? QQ. Still alive here in pit. The smoke comes out to extinguish the molly. Lucid Dream with the man advantage. Contesting. They boosted up out of pit. Genius still trying to face. Knows that HSK has to be stuck in that corner. Zeta posted on the long corner as well. Stacks is going to find the double! Oh, out of what? Out of nothing!
Just bailing him out. HSK sweating bullets at the blue bin, and he gets bailed out by old mates Zeta. Problem is, like, they didn't have any flashes to... Ooh, nice shot from PTC. So, again, man advantage kept over by Lucid Dream, and the mid-round push into uppers is going to give them a lot of information. Zion's just... Oh. How does he win that fight? That was so messy.
So awkward.
I thought he was going to be... I was going to say he's one step ahead, but then he went for a bit of a jump in towards tunnel. He's going to throw some utility over towards B, which is going to start to cause a rotation out here. Zeta's going to be well aware that that's happening. I'm going to go put down the bomb and play for the clutch.
The thing I'm confused about is that they didn't see that bomb drop at long. They got all the kills there. They should have seen it drop at some point, but no one picked it up. So Lucid going to give up the A site for free. Zeta planting for Plat, and he's going to head up there as well.
So CBBK's got a kit and PTC has a smoke. So if they can get on that site and with the smoke down, then there's potential here.
There definitely is. 1v2. Boost coming up. Patricia's... Oh, he's going to go straight into Zeta's crosshair. And now it's 1v1. Bomb yet to be tapped. It's Zeta's round to lose. What's that smoke as well on top of the box?
He had it in his hand when he died, I think.
Oh, Zeta. What a clutch in the 1v2. Bit of a misplay from Lucid Dream to throw that man advantage, which they had twice in the round.
Yeah.
An MVP now with 5 on the board.
Unbelievable. That should have been a Lucid Dream round every day of the week, I feel. But unfortunately, it was not to be. Old mate Zeta, he's going to close it out. That's going to be a 5-0 start for MVP, rather. And again, it's going to be pistols for Lucid Dream, pushing it into upper while pushing short. 2 arms of this push, looking to meet up in towards middle, but Stax isn't going to let it happen.
Yeah, Stax ready and waiting. Very happy for the free kill, punishing all the aggression there from Lucid Dream. 2-man advantage now. Pretty much unlosable unless they run into the short stack and, well, they've spotted 1 of the 3, but Genius all of a sudden with the CZ, him and QQ. The pistols are too strong. P250 as well. Oh no, everything's going wrong. They know exactly where Stax is. Not sure if they spotted that bomb, but they are happy just to retrieve some rifles as well. Off in the hands of CBBK and QQ with an AK now. 2v1 again, and it's up to Stax for a second time.
Yeah, but he is the danger man for MVP, and he's got himself a full belt of utility. Going to start dumping it now, smoking towards the tunnel. With how far away these Lucid Dream players are without a kit, they need to really start holding that W key a little bit quicker than they are, and Stax still has a Molotov to be able to hold on to. Going to drop it. He's looking for an angle onto one of these players, and he's found it.
Had the 1v1 for a moment, unfortunately disregarded the fact that there could be someone in tunnels, not expecting the wide swing there from QQ, didn't react in time. And that is going to be Lucid Dream getting their first round on the board now, 4 rounds behind MVP.
And of course that's how they get it. Classic Asian CS. I mean, MVP even got the first 2 kills there as well. It's a 3-on-5. All they have is short control and a bunch of pistols. The only thing MVP need to not do is fight short there, and then of course that's how it ends up happening.
They didn't mean to fight short. They saw one. Whoever the AWPer was fell back for the moment, and then whoever jumped up on Xbox just got destroyed by the CZ.
Lucid Dream initiated the fight. I understand that, but it's almost like there was some kind of a whirlpool effect. Like all the MVP players got sucked into that fight. There you go, PTCs. That's only his 2nd kill, but both of the kills he's gotten in this game so far have been banger AWP shots, which is what you'd expect from the man. And now a man disadvantage for MVP, which, as we know, doesn't necessarily mean the end of the round.
No, not quite yet. And Lucid, once again, they've got that man advantage too, so happy just to leave 1 man at long. Buy time with the smokes. MVP setting up for the mid to B split, it seems. Lots of bullets being shot through. That CT smoke and CBBK, he's going to go for a spam as well. 1 onto HSK. Didn't seem to spot the blood though. Big frags, want to fly as well, flicking around, getting the trade. No! Can't quite get it done, Zion. He finds 1 Zeta. The double X's, too strong. Zeta wants to go for the repeat. Expecting the man up at window, but QQ just holding that spray all the way to the end of the round, and that's going to be 2nd for them.
Good stuff from PTC, getting them the man advantage, and then when MVP wanted to consolidate that round with just the double smokes out mid and pushing into tunnel, you can see this smoke was behind them, that they were sort of forcing their way through because HSK was sitting in that mid to B smoke, and his time was sort of running out. Like, MVP needed to go for the play out tunnel, but it really what that round came down to was that obviously the man advantage, but also just the fact that the 2nd smoke was dropped at the perfect time in tunnel, and that completely halted what MVP wanted to do there. They had to choose to either just run straight through a smoke or sort of bide their time, and they kind of were a bit too hesitant. They did a little bit of both. They waited out the majority of the smoke and ended up running through the last part of it because HSK needed to make a move in the middle. They get absolutely ripped apart.
Well, it happens. Dust 2. And you're running through one of the most narrow points of the map as well, so big risk, and they decided that they had to go for it, so we'll see if they make better decisions here in the 8th.
I saw Vertigo in the vetoes, and I'm just thinking a map that I already think is chaotic and is just absolute fights non-stop, and we're going to watch Asian CS on it maybe.
Maybe.
I'm terrified.
Maybe.
I don't know if I want to see what that looks like.
Look, I'm excited. That's all I'm going to say. Ooh, PTC. Leg through the door. Zeph just barely alive. Connects onto Zion as well. Knocks him down below half.
Already done a lot of damage over towards that middle area. Now he's going to make his way over to the car. So regardless of where MVP go, they can't escape PTC. He's always there waiting for them. It's like Freddy Krueger.
Watching forever. Lurking in the shadows. Genius still with that long control. So MVP looking like they are just going to bust up short again. Using a lot of smokes here, trying to deny vision. Molly as well, not going to force PTC out, although it does eventually. He's down to half, and there should be the bomb plant. The site's there for free, still stacks at top mid, just waiting. Zion trying to clear everything out, manages to get a Galil of all things from the UMP, and now they're going to have to work for post plants.
Stax is going to have to do the heavy lifting here for MVP. He's got to pick CBBK and stop this other player, but that's the second time he gets caught in that position.
They've done their research. You can tell.
Maybe.
Oh, up to the AK, up to Zion. 1v4, huge plays have to come, but they are not going to come today. It's going to be Genius finishing it off, and that's going to be 4 alive for Lucid Dream as well. Huge for their economy if they are going to try to get the majority here in the first half of Dust 2. Yeah,
their money's great. Over on side of MVP, that bomb plant is going to allow them to have a really sloppy buy if they want it. I don't know about that one, but, you know, you can go for it if you want, I suppose. That round in particular, I mean, PTC, great damage with the AWP early on, and then it really was just QQ holding on this ramp area with the support from the utility of his teammates. Those are the two players that you'd really be pointing to on Lucid Dream to be like, hey, these are the guys, if they're going to get you through a series against MVP, those guys need to be going hand.
The hard hitters, the heavy lifters.
A bit like yourself, Matt.
Oh yeah. Come on, mate. We're in public. All right, PTC here. He's fully blinded, but he connects regardless. Bust comes out from MVP. No trades just yet either. Just biding their time. A second smoke comes out a little bit deeper as well. CBBK going to lose his head over towards the window. And it's all up to Wannafly, who is going to whiff. No wings yet again. Man advantage for MVP. Bomb going down. And Lucid, look, they've called the save already.
Oh. Lucid man advantage, but they are not able to get anything done after PTC clicks his mouse one with the AWP in hand. A action which usually involves someone taking damage.
I hope so.
Whenever I see one of those players just get full blind and they click with the AWP and kill someone, I'm like, the other team's getting robbed. They're getting robbed back, but they still won anyway, so it's fine. It all works out in the end.
Good trades. Good trade. Well, it was good entries. There was no trades there. It was just running up B ramp and tapping everyone in the head. So
yeah. Sign's pretty good at doing those two things, running and tapping. Sometimes he does a little of the lurking.
Hopefully they stop leaving that man at green box if they do go up short again, because it looks like Lucid Dream are aware. Surely third time's the charm though, right?
Probably.
That's what they say. That's what the people say. Great shot, great opening there from PTC.
All right.
But Lucid already working up the comeback, 3 to 6.
Yeah, and their economy is still pretty good despite taking a bit of a loss there. They got a lot of guns out. Oh my god, PTC. Wasn't this man like 0 and 4? And now he's like 5 and 5, and every time he clicks the AWP, he hits someone. The assists as well are a lot of those AWP hits. Again, he gets a pick on middle and makes it all the way to this A-bomb site, try to find himself another angle to kill someone.
Fast
Huge amounts of impact on the man.
All the way up CT ramp before anyone from MVP gets up that short area. Although after you do hear the AWP have a shot at mid, it is very scary to try to go across cat, you know. You might have to cross the AWP scope a second time.
Well, they're just going to try to win this round the old-fashioned way. 4-man into a bomb site. All the CTs can't all be on the B site. And only one of them is actually, and Wannafly doesn't even have his molly out. He's not going to throw it.
Oh, and he's looking the wrong direction too, trying to play anti-flash. What bloody entry. CBBK can only find a 1-for-1 on his behalf, and it's going to be a 3v3, so Lucid Dream could go for the retake here. Zeph, he's taken a lot of damage as well. PTC with the old Bogdan's Law still on the AWP, but he has taken a lot of damage himself. Lucid Dream setting up, looking just to prod the doors.
These are going to have to be some banger of flashbangs, that's for sure. If they're going to even get into this bomb site. Good crossfires from MVP.
It's all up to QQ to entry though, and he's almost going to be successful. It's Genius to get the trade, but all of the frags, bar one, going in the favour of MVP, and they're one round off, getting the majority on the T side of Dust 2. And look, in Asian CS, I have a feeling that Dust 2 would be quite T-sided. Just from what I've seen.
I think in general it's T-sided, to be honest. I think the CT side on this map is a bloody nightmare, Mac.
It is. It depends on how great your team's rotations are, reactions to everything that's going on. But that's a discussion for another day. As Zion, he's going to tempt his life at long. Zeta gets the angle. And 2K. So PTC and Genius.
Oh, look at him go!
Oh no, QQ.
Here come that boy. Zeta's just running all around. He's shooting everyone with the AWP.
Was that Zeta as well the other time when he fell off of bloody backyard?
I think so. No, that was Zion.
Oh, that was Zion.
The X's.
The other
it's hard
X's.
to confuse them.
It's the X factor. You can't get them. You know, they're all the same.
All I see is X's and very handsome Korean men, and I just can't tell anyone apart. Fortunately, for Lucid Dream though, it is pretty rough circumstances for them. They do have a lot of loss bonus. So maybe they can buy in the next one. They probably still will have like pretty much full loss bonus once they cop this loss. But you know, MVP with 8 rounds, it's getting a little bit scary.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to save here. You can see MVP, they are very hungry. The smoke at window allows HSK to drop out for free. Stacks denying Wannafly, who finds one, so he at least takes Zeph down to the graveyard with him. But Lucid, 3 on the CT side. They are going to have to pull something back to maybe get 5 by the end, but I don't think it's going to be this round. The economy not in the greatest of ways. What a shot from Zeta. That second one off the barrel. Man's just coming out, B-hopping around.
He's trick-shotting the Mac. It's not fair. He's bored.
The BM. Hitting them with the tilt. That's where it starts, right?
Maybe.
Get them off their A game.
Lucid Dream. They are going to half buy into this one. PTC had like 7k, so he's going to buy himself a rifle. Why not just commit to the AUG at this point? That's what I'm saying. Well, the Lucid Dream, they're going to give themselves a decent chance to win this one, and then next round, potentially get themselves a double AWP or something like that, but it's not looking good for them, Matt. It's looking terrible.
It is looking terrible, but we did predict it at the start of the map. You know, the Vito, you were expecting a bit of a nuke in there, maybe something different. You know, it's still the first half, though. It's still the first half. Round 12.
Yeah, but I've seen Lucid Dream before, and quite a lot of their games, and I have to say, the games where, hold that thought for a second, Zeph's going to make his way up catwalk into 3 players. Might be losing his life here, and he does. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but that's a lot of information about the positioning of these pistols for MVP, and they can rotate accordingly and try to give themselves the best chance of winning the round, and they're going to make their way towards long. As I was saying before, though, the games where Lucid Dream win is like, they need the momentum, man. Like, they are a very firepower-intensive team. And I feel like a lot of the time, if they're very slow to start, they can have a real tough time getting back into things.
And they just need to feel themselves, get out there, bloody see what's in the water. And connect as many frags as possible, obviously. It's all about connecting shots in the end. But, oh, Genius going in with the flash. Good deagle there from QQ. Genius as well, gifted a second opportunity. PTC onto HSK. Battle of the 3 letters now. Zeta. Ooh, going to be baited onto PTC. The bomb is down, but they've got eyes all over. And here at Car has an opportunity, but he can't quite connect onto Genius. And that is going to be 4 on the board for Lucid Dream. So on the light buy, once again, Lucid just causing that upset. And the triple man setup down on short. Mate, that has been pretty marvellous for Lucid Dream.
Yeah, I think there's an element of misplaying there from MVP, you have to say. Like, Zeph just walking up catwalk by himself, looking for info and stuff, commits a little bit too heavily. A bit messy spray from the man as well. And then they really force things up long. Some good flashes, but yeah, I don't know if that was necessarily the highest percentage play they could have made to consolidate that 4-on-4. That you have to say they would have the advantage in. Maybe rush things a little bit too much. Good job from Lucid Dream, though. Good job to get their hands on some weaponry and actually purchase enough weaponry to give themselves a decent chance in that round in particular.
And MVP, they don't really have a good round loss bonus at the moment either, so if they lose here, they're going to be in a pickle going further. Zeta opening up the round early on at doors as well. Dust too, favouring that type of gameplay. The first 5-second engagements. And, oh, great flash from Stacks, the old fake flash. Gets Wannafly to look away, but unfortunately, he's not blinded. 2 for him so far. Staying alive on site. Swinging at double box. Can't connect as the smoke does bloom. So we're at a 3v3 and CBBK deciding whether he wants to just bust through that smoke or not. Good utility usage though. Denying the plant for the moment. Design. Nice molly. Forces them back.
Yeah, but these retakes on the B side are pretty annoying to win on the CT.
Yep.
And MVP, I mean, we've already seen them win at least 1. I think memory serves correctly, probably 2. Smoke into the tunnel. They're going to molly on the site. Flash comes out from QQ.
Ooh, doing their research, but it's Zeta. I thought he shot at window then. The man is so sharp, still alive, just baiting the attention of QQ, but it's Zeph to mop up the final 2-2, and that is going to be 4-9 going into the 14th round of the half.
Old mate Zeta there. Doesn't need to see to be able to click on the CDs.
Definitely
and then
not.
he just popping his head up and down behind the box.
He's so sharp. What a flick. That was
beautiful.
Nuts. That was nuts.
And it's good to see him back in the AWP as well. I mean, MVP, they were using HSK as their AWP before. Looks like a fast cat and long split coming out from MVP. Stax is going to hide in the smoke and bait everyone's attention. Finds the timing there.
Almost getting two. So long control eventually still for Lucid Dream, but MVP, they're up on the A side already. Man advantage for Lucid Dream, so they can set up for the retake though.
Yeah, bomb's been put down for Catwalk. Zeph's going to hold on to this bomb site while the other two sort of divide their attention between Short and CT. Lucid Dream with the man advantage starting to close in on this bomb site. Both of these players at long are very low. Well, actually, only one of them, sorry.
Oh, good placement of that molly though. Zeph allowed to stay behind default, but he wants to peek. No, the molly's spread. He manages to take one down with him. Azine, huge play. Can he get it done? No, only the first. So it's 1v2. HSK still alive. Bomb. Oh, is it even planted for him? It just barely is. Going for the spray down, but the defuse is coming out just in time. Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's got it.
It is, just barely.
Oof.
Last couple of milliseconds there as Lucid Dream get to 5 on the CT side, and all of a sudden, there is a large amount of upset potential. I thought MVP were running away with it.
Yeah, they're still in a good position, and they still have a decent chance at winning this round. Should have 3 AKs and armor. The other 2 will probably have to go down to umps or the pistols and armor with utility. But they can still get that done.
That's
Good
just the usual these days, though.
Good stuff from Lucid Dream to be able to get a couple of rounds on the board, but like, weren't 2 of those just like half buys winning?
One was a pistol buy.
And the one of them was that 3v5 that they won at coming up Catwalk, and then the other one was like a half buy where they had like an M4.
I think they
PTC.
M4.
And it was a short stack again. The short stack
Yeah.
was literally the thorn in the side of MVP twice. Short stack on the half buy.
And they spotted it both times. Well, I think they spotted it both times. It looked like they may have spotted it both times. But it looks like Zeta is not able to see a whole lot there. Just taking pot shots at the smoke as the info came across with the jump peaks. No damage done onto Lucid Dream, though. MVP heavily relying on this AWP to do some work here in the final round of the half two.
They're going to start edging their way towards this Xbox area, potentially to get some catwalk control, or go for a little bit of a peek out middle while they hold on to this long hut, make sure no one's getting aggressive in certain parts of the map. And they're now going to start to throw some smokes over towards middle, left side of middle, and the flash, but no one actually commits out there, and Lucid Dream going to be well aware of that with CBPK playing very close up here. Find the timing.
Huge amount of util used. Up on the box, CBBK fully blinded, didn't spot the info. I think neither of them spotted one another, so Zeph may go down here, jump him up to short. There's some information. Both the shots, PTC and CBBK, teaming up to get the damage done. Zeta can't connect there, but will take some damage of his own. And on the AWP shot, CBBK pushes through the door, the crouch just at the perfect time. The top mid player is completely unaware. CBBK on the flank, he's fast, he's right here as well. HSK and Zeta have no idea, but is he going to whip? He finds the first, the bomb goes down, 30 seconds. This is huge for Lucid Dream to find a sixth, but the flank's coming in. The MP9 rather has to do so much damage, but it won't get it done. And they're going to call the audible, try to head out mid, straight into Wannafly's crosshair. Look, there is upset potential here as MVP are going into this matchup as the heavy favourites.
Yeah, it could be the case. Lucid Dream, I mean, I've seen them have a terrible T-side on this map, and I've seen them have a good T-side on this map. So, I don't know, we're going to have to see which Lucid Dream actually shows up to this game. It seems like they've been pretty slow to start, but towards the tail end of that half, they really all started to step up. Even Wannafly had some multi-kill rounds towards that B site. PTC's hitting AWP shots, QQ's holding down bomb sides. There's potential here for Lucid Dream to make this a pretty competitive game. But over on the side of MVP, they're looking pretty fierce as well. So we will see what happens. At the moment, really feels like Lucid Dream just trying to feel out how aggressive MVP's being in this round in particular, which is not at all. They're just chilling. They're waiting for the T's to come to them.
It's the complete polar opposite of what we saw in the first half. Both teams just pushing straight away up mid, in tunnels, all the way up long for the T side as well. But everyone here holding for a good 40 seconds before deciding they want to try to work anything. You've got that smoke out mid as well, which has drawn a hard rotation from the A-site players, which is a bad call on MVP's behalf, as now they've just got Zion to try to hold this short push. All the way in they come. Bit of util's going to be there, but it's going to be Zeta to connect so far on a CBBK all the way up on site. PTC trying to get the flank. Zion tries to get the reload off court in a rough transition, but PTC finds 2 before he falls. But everyone else on Lucid Dream, unfortunately, couldn't get the damage done. And that's all she wrote, as MVP off to the double digits, taking that CT pistol as well.
Yep, off to the double pistols as well. Lucid, I mean, they're usually pretty good on their pistols, so it's pretty sad that they're not able to come away with either of these. I'm going to save for the next round. There won't be any forced buy shenanigans with dropping AKs and the like. Just 4 Deagles and a bit of utility on CBBK as they head into the next. Over on the side of MVP, I think they like the scoped weaponries, Mac.
You think?
I think so.
What makes you think that?
They have purchased them.
Ah, yes, I see. That's 5 scoped rifles in the hands of MVP. Loving that COD-style gameplay, of course. Genius and Wannafly, last two alive, have a very large amount of work to do, but what an angle found by Genius. Looking to connect, taking the fight with HSK. Wannafly falls over towards bedroom there. Zion happy to pick up the second. Bomb still in possession of your boy Genius here. But MVP, well, they're running all the wrong places right now, and there's potential for Genius to creep his way up site and get that bomb plant down.
Gonna need Zeta to settle down. The man cannot let go of his movement keys right now.
He's loving it. He just wants that information. He loves giving it up as well.
Okay, so we're waiting. It's gonna happen at some point. Someone will be 1B'd.
That wasn't a 1B, but, you know, I'll take it.
What do you mean? It was clean.
It was clean. Very clean spray down. Very, very clean. It only took 15 bullets. But that is an 11th round on the board for MVP. Lucid Dream, not too bad there in the second. Did take a man down with him, which, you know, better than worst case scenario.
Yeah, well. Can't be the dream every single time. Lucid Dream, however, they're going to make their way out long, which will be contested by 4 players from MVP.
Oh, just waiting for that flash to come in. Zion, he goes straight out with it. You can see PTC, he's fully blinded. And it's going to be Zion mopping up 2 for him, 1 for Zeph. And that's a 3 for 1 trade, rather. Only Zeph dead for MVP.
Yeah, Lucid Dream, they're trying to get out long there, and they're wondering, when do these flow of CTs stop? I thought after I kill 1 to 2 of them, or I see 2 of them, there's not going to be any more left there. Maximum 3, but when you have 4 CTs with the Orcs just running around the corner, Genius gives himself up. And
They
Stacks,
knew he was
doesn't
there
care,
anyway.
mate. He's not interested in that player at mid. He's just going to walk into tunnel and secure the round. He's going to make his way in towards T-spawn. They know they have bomb control. He just goes, here, Genius, you want B-site? You can have it, bud. It's yours.
It was an interesting decision to, you know, hit the trigger there. Super late. Oh, CBK spotting the man on the flank, but he's down on 4 HP. And look, I've got some bad news for CBBK. I don't think that Lucid Dream can get their way back into the round. Stacks just lurking and waiting for... oh, no. CBBK's been spotted. Everyone looking the wrong way at the wrong time. The timings here are ridiculous. Genius will get the one tap. There's still 30 seconds.
Great job. We've cleaned Stacks out of T-spawn. Now let's go get the bomb. Oh, wait. There is just tremendous amounts of fire in Long Hut, and we can't move. Okay.
Oh.
Genius going to set his 1 HP teammate up with a flash. I can't see how this one's going to turn out.
Straight on the corner. No, HSK takes contact first. Going for the wallbang as well. And he's going to take both the final frags. It's only going to cost them 1 more life. So I guess, you know, if you're looking at some positives there for Lucid Dream, they did get 3 rifles out of the hands of MVP, and they're starting to work up a bit of a round loss bonus. But that's not really what your aim is. Your aim is to get those rounds, especially being in a 6th round deficit.
Aim is winning.
Yes, you're
winning.
correct. That would be it.
It's the half buy for Lucid Dream. Lots of utility for the lads. Eager to see how they're going to use it. Smoke onto the corner at long, as well as the flashes, but Zion, he has got the smoke and the nade into Long Hut, and he knows they're not in long, so he secured that by himself.
Not enough noise being made.
Yeah.
Over towards 8.
Not enough little footsteps. And the old, you know, pistol shots and whatnot. Lucid Dream, it looks like they're going to start to set themselves up for a bit of a mid to be here, Mac.
3v5 is going to be the scenario, though. MVP with much more firepower, although I see a couple of Deagles, P250s, and a lone Tech 9.
Great
this
setup
thing,
from MVP.
Lucid, they're going to go before that smoke's popped, and that is their downfall. Stacks with the 2K through the smoke already. And the T's have no idea where these bullets are coming from. Stacks 3 for him at the end of the round. Zeph and HSK 1 apiece. And that is going to be 13 on the board for MVP up against Lucid Dream, who are now finally able to buy again.
They had 3 players over towards that B-bomb site right from the start. Pretty easy stuff from the lads over on MVP. And I like the small detail of Stacks throwing that smoke really deep into the tunnel with the AUG, which when you're going up against the pistols, it's like, best of luck hitting me.
Yep.
Like you're running through the very, very shallow part of the smoke straight into my crosshair and trying to hit me at long range with a CZ.
Straight into the narrow tube as well. The narrow tube that is tunnels.
Narrow tube. Reminds me of a squid, perhaps.
Oh. Speaking of narrow tubes, that's exactly what took Stacks out of the server. PTC on the AWP again. Lots of flashes being rained across. 2 Ts here ready and waiting, but not too blind. PTC finding the 3K hero of the round already. 5v2 now. Surely there is no way that Lucid can throw this one.
No praise whatsoever. Just, you know, hopefully they're able to actually close it out. No, that really was very much just PTC walks into the B-bomb site and clicks on 3 people. No crazy amount of strategic depth from Lucid Dream whatsoever, but hey, if that's how you get it done, then that's pretty good. And they do have 5 guns up, and perhaps if, you know, they do have, I know that they do have strats on Dust 2, I've seen them. They could save some of those for the next couple of rounds.
Hopefully.
That's the power of having a star player on your team. Sometimes
that's the power of being a team.
Sometimes one of your players from the team, as you would put it, just clicks on everyone, and you don't need the rest of the team.
Yep, PTC did a marvellous job of that hit.
AWPing's just a little bit too easy, isn't it?
Well, no, it's definitely not.
It's just, you just
maybe for some gods like you, Pilly, but
you just point it at people and you click.
For us mere mortals, it's not an easy accomplishment to kill 3 people in a round with an AWP.
Yes, so.
Especially at this caliber of gameplay.
That is true.
Stop acting like it's nothing, alright?
Sorry, Mac.
It's alright. You're forgiven.
I'll let you analyse the 2 narrow tubes that MVP have bought in this round.
Ooh, 2 narrow tubes, and 1 is going to be taken out straight away, so, you know, they never really had 2 narrow tubes. But that's 1 retrievable for Lucid Dream if they do want to find a second AWP. Not sure on the T side if it is the greatest decision, because there might be 2 betas over in spawn instead, rather than the 1, watching that cross with the AK.
Oh, there might be 2 betas, but there's no Zeta. He's dead.
That's it.
The MVP, they are now hiding on the bomb site towards A. Wouldn't be giving PTC any more angles to work with. The man has been killing absolutely everybody in his scope. That's probably the first time I've seen him miss a shot in quite a while. Now MVP just going to try and work this really mediocre setup into a round win as Lucid Dream start to make their way up long, but they are very split up here, Mac.
Yeah, the
double smokes on the cross.
Not the most optimal. Util rains in, and MVP have a big job to do. HSK, that molly's not going to force him out. The wrap comes all the way across. Modify takes someone else out before getting found by HSK himself, but a good trade from CBBK, so that leaves them with a 2-man advantage. But the man at doors, it's going to be Genius denying the cross on just Zeph. Stacks will get the trade and try his little heart out to save this AWP, but you can tell Lucid Dream, look, with the money in the bank, they can go for the hunt, but it's probably the smarter decision just to let that money rise, because you really need that money to go for the comeback, especially being at a 4-round deficit. But looks like they are prioritising getting the AWP out of the hands of Stacks, because I guess it is a very dangerous weapon at the end of the day.
Alright, Mac, for a guy with glasses, you're pretty bad at the maths, buddy.
What?
You said there was a 4-round deficit. I'm going to need you to look at the scores, alright?
5. Yeah.
5 now.
I was very close to the screen, similar to how I play Counter-Strike. I couldn't see too much, honestly. I was just watching the crosshair.
All he sees is red. The mustache just grows as his mouth opens and he just lets out a scream of anger.
Anger.
Yeah.
Rah. Or do you want louder? I can do... No, I'm not going to do louder.
I wouldn't.
I did that at IEM and I couldn't talk for a week, so let's see how it goes.
I don't know if that was related to the bacteria in the air or whether your voice is actually just cooked.
Oh, speaking of bacteria, we are going to see a USB just creeping and infecting long.
It is small, but very dangerous if it has its way into the right position.
So now, Lucid Dream, 2-man deficit. Stax has that AWP. 2 AKs now retrieved as well, so MVP in a very good position to try to upset here in the 22nd round. CBBK finding one on the cross, but Zeph's coming in. That AK too strong, just waiting, looking to trade the men at long. P250 was not very accurate, so CBK with the AK in hand is going to dish out all the damage, but AK and AWP still alive. Stax, he's coming up short. He's taking his sweet little time, but behind the smoke, he's going to have to use it as a shotgun instead. PTC, is he aware? Oh, seems like it. What do you know? Flash comes through, Stax alive, regains his vision, and he's going to come out on top in that engagement. How? I don't know. CBK, 3K for him so far, 22 HP, has to take the 1v1. Angle isolated. It's HSK looking for the info, but that AWP on Stax was too good on the retake. I sort of wrote him off for a moment, but the man's too sharp.
He should have. He should have been dead.
He should have.
Lucid Dream, they've cooked it. But let's be real. Like, Karma has come back around here, right? Lucid Dream, they got 2 of those rounds on their CT side. They got 2 of those half buys.
It certainly did.
So MVP, fair's fair. You give them 1 back. And unfortunately, they got a lot more rounds, so they're in a fantastic position now. And you were talking about how many guns that Lucid Dream were losing hunting in that round previous. Would definitely be a relevant set of things to be looking at, considering how cooked their money is on 3 of their players now.
And look at the aggression from HSK. It almost worked, it almost paid dividends rather, but CBK with the trade, and now Lucid Dream man advantage. They've got rifles this time, again, after losing the upset round.
Yeah, they're just slowing it down. Don't need to be getting too hasty. They are in the 4-on-3. They have catwalk control. Lots of talking points in the Lucid Dream camp, some might say. Ability blocks, cuts these T's in half, and good flashbang, and that's a good way to take control back of the round if you're MVP.
But Smoke just isolating both of the Lucid players as well. Stax, gifted a frag onto QQ, and another. That wasn't gifted, that one was taken by the bloody hand. PTC knocked out of the serve, and MVP 1 away from taking the first map here in the best of 3.
Man, Stax is so good. How did I clearly wasn't watching Gosu closely enough. Because I was looking, when this MVP team was formed, I was like, oh my god, it's the dream. You've got Zeta and Zyne on the same team. You're going to put HSK. He's pretty good with the AWP sometimes, from time to time. You know, Zeph was in good form. And then this guy, Stax, just wrecks everybody every game on this MVP roster. He's nuts.
He is quite nuts.
All right, 5 players through mid.
Oh, good strat. We'll see if it works out for Lucid. They are just going to try to go with the power in numbers strategy instead, but can they make their way through the door? Molly forcing Stax out in the open. Manages to take a man down with him, but it's a 3v3, and we didn't see Lucid win a scenario in the retake on B, but PTC staying aggressive as well, has found one more. Oh, the timing from CBBK couldn't have been better. HSK has no idea. Oh, how have we gotten to this situation? CBK eventually has been gifted that frag. And Zeta now just looking to save the AWP. Lucid, well, look at the money. They shouldn't say it. They shouldn't hunt, rather. Yeah,
their money's cooked. 100% agreed, Mac. MVP, if they hold on to this weapon, could kind of scrape a bye together, maybe. It's not going to be pretty, though.
They have enough of a round gap where they can take the risk, though.
Yeah.
Considering they caused the upset before. Go for another 5-man stack somewhere, see if it pays the dividends. And if not, just save it in the next.
Yeah, nah, their money's pretty cooked, actually. Would not recommend, but they might do it anyway.
Maybe.
I just like to see a couple of pistols around the orb. That was enough to get it done last time anyway.
I don't know when I last saw a 5-man out mid-strat.
You haven't watched enough Lucid Dream.
No, well, I definitely have not.
They love their 5 men
out this area.
Oh, I wasn't even going to elaborate on that at all. I was just going to leave it at that.
Look, you've got 5 men in the server. Why not just use them? Oh, look at this, though. Wanna fight. Seems to be fully aware of the situation, but Zyne's gone aggressive. Oh, Wanna Flight. Oh, he hasn't spotted him, but he's making so much noise. Zion's in between a rock and a hard place right now, but he makes the first work. Knows that one flies in pit as well. The trade is there. Almost a second. HSK barely surviving. That Molotov should be the nail in the coffin, though. But it's CBK hitting the headshot instead. The overkill coming out there. And Lucid looking good to take double digits here.
Double digs.
Double diggies.
Yep. Double smokes on the cross. So Lucid Dream don't get, you know, picked apart by Zeto. He's going to run down over towards that B ramp potentially.
Oh, but the shroud of the smoke is there to allow Zeph to try and play a one-way. Unfortunately, he's blinded. Gives it a little too late. We'll take QQ down with the bloody Deagle spam. It's always a good little strategy at close range.
Yeah, Deagle's overpowered.
It's only got those 7 bullets, though.
Nah, it's easy.
It's easy.
You just, either you click on their head at long range, or you just click on their body twice at close range.
Okay, alright, you've got me there.
That's what you do.
You can get 3 kills that way, as long as you don't miss.
As long as you just click on the heads, you're fine.
Oh, well, that too.
Kevin's gone, so I have to keep saying that, because that's all he used to say to me.
When was the last time you saw someone get a 1-clip ace with a Deagle?
Never. I don't think. Nico? No, that was multiple clips. Mark, stop using your logic to
Sorry.
dismantle my argument. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just want to see it. I reckon it'd be... Well, it would be. It'd be miraculous.
I'm sure it's happening.
I'm sure it's happening.
7 bullets, all you need to do is click on 5 heads. How hard can it be?
Especially with that first bullet accuracy.
Yeah, that's right. Alright. Well, now, MVP they're going to buy.
Where are you going to go with that one?
Where was I going to go? Well, I'm going to go straight back into the game.
Good.
Because this is an important round. This might be the round where MVP wins Dust 2.
Well, it should be.
And it's going to be 4 players over towards long again. They're crazy. They don't want to let anybody have long, and nobody's going to. Now they're going to get their rotate back on over towards middle. They've got the long control. They're going to completely change up their setup now. The deep smoke into heart going to keep Lucid Dream out as they're going to start to edge their way down towards middle and catwalk. And look at that.
Oh.
They're crazy. They're just jumping across middle. PTC's there. Are you guys nuts?
Well, they should know that there's at least 3 over towards that B area now, though.
One way to gather info, just jump across mid and have a look. See what happens.
Oh, very, very ballsy gameplay coming out there. Genius. Oh, he's going to be looking the wrong direction. Boost too strong from HSK. There's the man advantage, but just barely HSK surviving on a single health point.
Very Australian approach, it feels like, from MVP. Any kind of a crisis in Australia, they'd be like, hey, do you think there's like some kind of a tsunami coming? Oh, why don't I just go take a little look? Let's go have a look. Let's go see. They got away with it.
Oh, bugger, I've been swept away. Damn. All right, man advantage for MVP.
Oh,
40
nice setup.
seconds.
It's a nice setup for them. They got old mate and Goose. Literally old mate. Zeph is like 30-something. 52, I'm pretty sure.
He's a gamer, though. I've seen him pop off recently.
It's true.
20 seconds on Lucid. Looks like they are committing to the B site, but you've got QQ still pushing it mid. HSK watching that flank, though, looking for the audible. And Zeta with the AWP trying to connect it. Zeph to get first blood there on short. Oh, CBK on the trade. York there, too strong, but CBK sticking this bomb plan is just barely going to go down, but everyone's been taken out, and MVP will take the first map. 16-10 here on Dust.